Hello. I think I'm streaming. I hope I'm streaming. Let's pray that the streaming is the streaming is happening. Let me see. The streaming is happening. Well, I hear my own audio, so that's good. That's a good sign. The streaming is happening. Well, I hear my own, so that's good. All right, cool. Let me say hello. Hello. We also hear your own audio. Oh, we also hear you hearing your own audio. Yeah. Thanks for the clarification. Awesome. Thanks. Chan, thanks for getting the trick list ready up and oh wait. Oh, do you turn it off? We can turn it on. And then hello, welcome in Chan the Magic Man. Hello, welcome in Gibson Lens. Hello, welcome in Charlie's Beats. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Oops, I mean on. Yeah, it's okay. We figured it out. It's all good. We also hear your own audio. Okay, awesome. We're caught up. All right, excellent. We're caught up. All right, awesome. Okay, so I'm streaming on new equipment. Um, this camera, the Magic camera, is still the same. This camera is just a new version of the camera that I had because I got a new laptop. I didn't think I needed a new laptop this year, but I was thinking, do I need a new laptop in the next 4 years? And I was thinking about tariffs and stuff, and I'm just like, you know what? Let me just get a new laptop now, just in case it saves me. Even if it saved me like a few $100s getting it now. I was like, all right, let me just get it now. And so here we are. I have a new laptop, which is my new equipment. Do I look? Does this look more like it looks more color saturated to me? Like I feel like I see more color. Does that seem like it's true for you guys, or audio sounds different? Yeah. Oh, it might sound better. Does it sound better or worse? Um, I don't want it to sound worse. I did have trouble, so I was testing stuff out yesterday, and I was like, I was doing a recording, and I'm like, it's coming through the wrong thing. But yeah, I'm hoping it's coming through this and not like one of my other cameras. I think from what it sounded like on the stream. Hold on, let me just double check. Here. Hello, let me just double check. Hello, let me just double check. No, I think that sounds fine. That sounds about right, I think. I think the color is a little better. All right, awesome. Cool. That's good. All right. So the machine processor is the same. I have it's a Intel i7, but I have way more RAM. So my old computer had 16. I mean, I still have it. I'm still using it upstairs. I'm basically going to dedicate this one for like content creation, and then I don't have to move the laptops around. Also, really cool thing, I don't have to run a cable. So I guess whatever wireless card, or well, we used to call them wireless cards. They're just like built in now, but like, yeah, old VOD is more washed out. Right. Okay, cool. Sweet. So this is more like color saturated. Excellent. I had to run a cable, the Ethernet cable from my internet router to here. Apparently this is like good enough. I can get the 5G wirelessly. So I'm not actually plugged in right now. I'm actually going over wireless, and I'm like, "Oh, sweet." So, Durkee Blaine, welcome in. How's it going? Looks more HD. Yes. All right. I don't know if my old computer could have handled HD. This one definitely should be able to. So, all right. Woo. Excellent. Anyway, so hi guys. How's it going? Hopefully everybody had a wonderful week. Um, I just put on my cheating gloves, so we had sort quick as per usual. This container, actually, let me show you. So actually, let's jump over here. I don't know if this looks any different, but the camera. Oh, actually, hold on. I didn't reposition. All right, we're gonna go on a trip. Maybe about a foot that way. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay, so yeah. Sort Quick. I don't know if you guys can tell, but look at how much is inside of this container of Sort Quick. I've used this a lot. Chan says, doing good, practicing at the moment. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. All right, so anyway, that is my new equipment. I mean, it wasn't really a story, but so anyway, for anybody who celebrated Pi Day, happy Pi Day, belated Pi Day, I guess, or if happy half Tau Day, if you understand the reference. I heard that there's a controversy, and I don't feel like it's a controversy. They both existed. It's just pi happens to sound like something that we eat, and Tau does not. That's it. Dirky Blade says, same. Working on an illusion where I produce a small human in roughly 8 months. Dirky Blade, congratulations. Uh, well, actually, wait. You were working on an illusion? Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait, has it been confirmed? Also, is this too early to tell people? I guess we don't know if you have actually because, like, yeah, they say not to announce things too early. But shocked? Oh, okay. All right. Well, found out last night. All right, hold on. I gotta do this up here. Congratulations! Hey, excellent. Well, good luck. I am a dad, so I do. So some of that like initial infant stuff has happened a while ago, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm willing to help if you would like it. Um, 18 years between her daughter and 14 between my youngest. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Hold on. 18 years between her daughter and then 14 between my youngest. Wait, so this is not your first kid? Thanks for the toddler command. Yep, that's true. Yeah, my kid's been doing okay. She's able to spell her own name. I was like, yeah, sweet. She's actually spelling other random words too. So hold on, let me see if I can find if I took a picture of a. She made me a card. I don't know if I took a picture of it. It's definitely upstairs, but oh no. Okay. Well, she did color something for me. Or no, she didn't paint this for me. She was painting it as an activity. I know you guys can't see this. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to share a picture that has like her face in it. All right. All right, when she gets old enough, she can figure out if she wants to be on the internet, but anyway. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, it's also when you're not expecting kids and you're like, "Oh man, I'm going to have a kid." That's like it's like a whole leap. I did do some magic yesterday in real life at a party I went to. So, um, happy early St. Patrick's Day if anybody celebrates St. Patrick's Day. So, right. Let's see. So, also right before this, I was actually watching a show. So normally I don't watch shows and movies on Netflix, even though I love them. But I was like, oh, I want to spend time on my active hobbies, which one of which is magic, of course. But like, my friend recommended me this show because if you guys didn't know, I like board games as well. There's this show. Oh, okay, we're gonna do this up here. There's this show called The Devil's Plan on Netflix. Now, I would recommend to anybody who loves complex board games. So if you like Euro games, if you like board games that have a lot of agency, if you like board games that have a depth of strategy, this show is like a must watch for you. It is a Korean show, so just be aware. But there is dubbing in English. But I'm like, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it in Korean with the subtitles. But um, so if there's a reality show here in America where there is like games, they're not going to get like the best group of people to play those games. They're going to get the best group of people for TV. And so maybe those people aren't quite the most intelligent people, but they have like the biggest personalities, right? So just imagine though, in this show, you have difficult board game level games, and instead of taking just people who have good personalities, you get 12 contestants that are all intelligent people. Like out of the 12 people, there's like two doctors, a lawyer, a former pro StarCraft player, um, a bunch of like actors, and a bunch of the people who like you may not know if they have credentials. They all like graduated from university, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So my best friend told me about this, and I was like, all right. I was thinking about getting rid of Netflix later this year, and I'm like, oh, I should try watching the show. If I like it, I'll finish watching it because there's only like 12 episodes. But the premise is 12 people in this space for a week. Each day, there's two challenges, and they're different games. But these are all intelligent people, and the games are hard. Like the first challenge, the rules explanation was like 15 minutes out of like the hour or so episode. And I was like, oh my god, these games are legit. And so, yeah. Also, out of the 12 people, I think two people were like not famous, but they were people who could have applied to be in the show. And in order to get accepted, they had to take a written test. One of the contestants was one of these, random public people, but he got a perfect, like a 100% on the written test, and nobody else did. And I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. So all very smart people, all playing extremely strategic games, and I'm about halfway through. I'm like episode like 7 or 8 or something, and I'm like, this show is insane. So if you like board games, escape rooms, depth of, it's called The Devil's Plan on Netflix. So interesting. Oh my god, yes. So I totally recommend. And I haven't even finished watching it, but like right before jumping on stream, I was watching it, and I'm like they just made a discovery, like a secret discovery, and I'm like, what? No way. It's like, and I seriously thought, am I gonna cancel stream to watch a show? And I'm like, no, no. I'm gonna at least still stream, but I'm gonna get it out of my system by at least talking about it. So here's me talking about it. So at least that part's out of my system. But yeah, like okay, let me tell you about the first challenge on the first day. So it's all 12 people, and there's so if anybody's played a big social deduction game like Mafia or Werewolf, this first one was like that, except they called like the werewolves terrorists, and all of the townspeople or whatever they called them citizens. The terrorists could unleash a virus to someone, and then the virus would spread in between rounds. And the goal of the terrorist was to, have everybody else die, and they would win. All the citizens, they have a few secret roles and like some roles that do nothing. So regular citizen doesn't do anything. Citizen that has research, they can try and research a cure for the virus, and then one of the plain citizens has an antibody that basically prevents them from dying from the infection. And so and there's two neutral roles too that are not neither on the terrorist side or the citizen side. And I'm like, this game's complicated. I'm in. And so I'm just watching the show, and it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, so yeah, Devil's Plan. But so if anybody starts watching it, you got to tell me. You got to tell me that you're watching it, okay? Because that is it is. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, and that's just the main challenge. So the reason why you're playing these challenges is there's like a risk reward at the end of these challenges. So everybody starts off with two, they're calling them pieces in the game, but they're basically like lives. So at the end of a challenge, if you have 0 pieces, you are eliminated from the game. And so you start with two, and then as you win or lose, you can get more. And if you win big, you get like more pieces. But if you lose or you lose big, you could lose all of your pieces. And if they at the end of that round, you could be eliminated. There's also this other special weird thing that happens that will isolate two people at the end of challenges until the next challenge. I won't really get into too many details about that, but it adds to the lore. It adds to like the meta like relationship building in between people, because there are some games that you can imagine, if they're strategic games, if you have like a teammate or like a group of people that might be allied, right? You could exploit potentially the rules because you have multiple people working together, right? So anyway, yeah, it's so the games are so good. The games are so well thought out, and like the risk reward is crazy. Gibson Len says a few coworkers at work watch a Korean reality show about boy bands. I think. Oh, interesting. On YouTube or Netflix, or if you can get the name of that show, Gibson Lens, I would be curious as to know what it is, because I would totally consider watching it depending. It's funny that you mentioned. So also the thing that drew me into this show, besides my friend recommending it to me and the games and stuff, I know some of. Like, I don't personally know, but I'm like, oh, I know some Korean celebrities. I'm like, hey, that guy's an actor, or my wife has told me that this guy's an actor, or there's one guy that's a K-pop star. So and I know this like not personally, of course, the StarCraft former StarCraft pro player. I'm like, oh my god, I used to watch games commentated that he played, and like, so it's pretty cool. All right. Whew. Okay. So full disclosure about the magic, I have not been doing much. I have not been learning much new magic this week. So I've actually been doing a lot of repeat stuff, but I've been adding some stuff to things. So um, let me try. Let me try warming up with one of these. And I have a kind of a new handling a little bit for this. I'm not sure if it works, but we'll do it. And then Chan, I see that Chan has requested a trick as well. So thanks, Chan, for the request. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna do this trick as though I would normally do it, except I'm gonna just add a few. And people who have seen this trick before, who are not magicians, probably won't notice any difference. But hopefully, magicians, if you end up watching this, which I know there's a couple in chat. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and put. So these are red face cards. These are black spot cards. Except I've grabbed one of each and placed them in the opposite pile. We'll square them up, and then we'll snap, and everything should appear as normal. So these are all black spot cards. And here's the interesting thing. What we're going to do is we'll just go ahead and lay these here. And then over here, these are red face cards. And here's what we will do. I'm just going to go ahead and place the two black spot cards on two red face cards. And we'll grab two red face cards, place them on two black spot cards, and then we'll snap. And here we've got red face cards, and then here we've got black spot cards. Okay, so what we have here, I'm just going to go ahead and lay down all of the red face cards down here, and I will place all of the black spot cards over here, and we'll just swap one of each like this. And we can snap one more time. And of course, everything, these are all the red face cards, and these are all of the black spot cards. So I don't want to say it's like a brand new handling of the trick, but I've basically just added different kinds of displays and flourishes and convincers to add to the effect. And I'm like, oh, It's pretty cool. So I think I found some new stuff there as far as like working the trick. So thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man. But yeah, that's one of the ones I was working on. I noticed though that my new laptops, so I have my camera on the monitor. It's hooked on the top, and so when I tap the table, I think you can kind of see it like wiggle, right? So I think I want to come up with a solution for that. All right. Well, while we're here, before we get too deep into anything, guys, if you're not following our friend and mod, Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan, one of the other few magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule, normally on Magic Mondays. So give Chan a follow, and you can catch Chan doing some magic on Mondays, Monday evening. So, guys, you're not following our friend and mod, Gibson Lens. Please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens, pianist, also a composer, has composed a bunch of his own originals. Also recently released his first album, and actually that's linked right there in the. Oh, Chen and I did it at the same time. There you go. Thanks, Chen. So, oh yeah, Bert. Before we get too deep away from the album, so I find myself listening to basically Shame and Expanse a lot, and then everything else might get like a play if these other two songs get like 3 plays. So that's kind of like the proportion of if you're interested. So like I'll repeat, and then I'm like, okay, let the whole album play. So I am interested. All right. So there you go. Yeah. Expanse is definitely the killer track. I don't. Well, so here's the thing. I think I like the. And by the way, welcome in, Frolic Chris. No, I like. Um, so I like the Expanse, but like I also really like the solo piano version of Expanse, and so in my mind I'm like, oh. But like I feel like the contrast between the solo piano version of Shame and like the full album like ensemble entourage. I think of it as like the entourage because it makes me feel like, man, this is like a depressing version of Shame, like really, like Shame the emotion, not the song. Right? Hey, E Room, thanks for the bang. How's it going? Welcome in, E Room. All right. So speaking of which, guys, if you are not following our friend Frolic Chris, please give. Wait a second. Please give Frolic Chris a follow. Frolic Chris is also a pianist, plays a bunch of VGM, also plays JRPGs on stream as well. So definitely give Frolic Chris a follow. Hi, E-Room. How's it going? Guys, you're not following our friend E-Room. Please give E-Room a follow. E-Room, known as the Pope of Indiana. E-Room will stream basically whatever. So E-Room we've seen stream in real life streams where he shows us around where he lives. We've seen E-Room do community games. We've seen E-Room do opening random things in his house, like Kinder eggs. So definitely give our friend E-Room a follow. Let's see here. Guys, you're not following our friend Durkee Blaine. Please give Durkee Blaine a follow. Durkee Blaine, a fellow streamer, but is also a magician. But usually Durkee Blaine streams variety games, so definitely give Durkee Blaine a follow. But I have seen Durkee Blaine do some magic via some YouTube videos. So let's see here. All right, and then let's see. I think I saw Charlie, right? Okay. And guys, if you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats, please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Charlie may stream again one day, but in the interim, I know Charlie as a Twitch music famous chatter because I think everybody knows him. So, all right, cool, excellent. So that's that, and then let's go ahead and let's see. Chan the Matchman has requested Jazz Aces. So let's go ahead and grab, you know what? I'll grab the aces and the queens. Oh, I'm missing a queen. There it is. Okay, there we go. All right. So we have the 4 aces over here, the 4 queens over here. So here's what we are going to do. So I'll go ahead and leave the 4 queens over here just for a second. And then here we've got the 4 aces. Did I really put these face down, right? So here we've got the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, the ace of spades. Actually, we're going to start over. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, all right. We need to do this. Okay, all right. Guys, if you've been sitting around for a while and you haven't hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. You saw nothing. Actually, yeah, that's right. Chan the Magic Man is magical as well, so therefore, magic. Okay, all right. So here we have the 4 queens, and then here we have the 4 aces. And here's what we'll do. We're gonna go ahead. We will go ahead and introduce them to you. We have the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. All right, there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and place all of the aces out like this, and we're going to try and get all of the aces to hop down here. Okay, so here's what we will do. Let's just go ahead and place a queen down there. So we've got, and we're going to go ahead and place this in here, right? So amongst these queens, right? Right, okay. And we're just going to go ahead and grab it and swap it with that, because now, thanks for the mulligan, Gibson Lent. We have all the queens over here, and actually that ace, well, we knew the ace of spades was down here, but the ace of hearts has also hopped down here. Okay, all right, so here we go. We're just going to go ahead and place a queen down here, and we're going to go ahead and grab this and place this ace in here. Once again, I'm just going to, I'll do it face up. I grabbed it and I just swapped it because look, we've got all of our queens up there, and now we have our ace down here. And now we're just going to go ahead and place a queen down here, and we will go ahead and place our last ace in here and make the swap. Because there we go. All of our queens, and here are all of our aces. Whew, okay. It had been a while since I did that one, right? Because I don't remember doing that one in a while. I don't feel like I've done that in a while, so. When was the last time? Before just now. Three months ago. Man, okay, that had been a while. It had been a while. In ancient days of legend, says Frolic Chris. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, E-Room. Alright, next up we have a request from Frolic Chris for Countdown Packet. Alright, I think for simplicity purposes we'll do this with other cards. So let me find some things here. Okay, and then this. Okay. Oh, and then we've got. We're racking my memory on some of these. Although I think I've done this one more recently, right? I'm pretty sure I have. Okay, and then. Okay, yep, that looks right. Okay, all right, here we go. Countdown packet. So what we have here is a bunch of cards. Now, in order for us to count all of the cards, we could count them individually, but the special property of any packet in this trick is that you'll know how many cards are in the packet just by looking at any of the cards in the packet. And so there's 4 cards in this pile if we count them. But if you take a look at any individual one of these, they all say 4. So that's pretty good, right? But here's what we are going to do. So if I go ahead and if I just go ahead and I take this 4 away, right? And so now there should only be 3 cards in this packet. And so we can just find that out just by taking a look at any of the cards. And so that's a 3. And then that's a 3. And then this is a 3, right? But now, if I go ahead and I take out a card from this packet, now there should be 2 cards, right? And so I am going to have to start over. So I did not like how I did that. Well, I didn't reveal any secrets of magic, but I was just like, wait a second, that didn't feel right. You know how like sometimes when you do things and you're like, that doesn't feel right. Yeah, mulligan. Thank you for the mulligan, guys. Man, you guys are right on top of it today. Thank you. The good news is that this is very good practice for me. So you saw nothing. That's right. Should, should we have a Chan counter where it's like you saw nothing? How many times Chan has said you saw nothing? That just didn't feel right. I know it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel so natural for me, right? Okay, same bit. So 4 cards. If we take a look at any one of them, um, they are all 4s, right? And so here's what we are going to do. Uh, if so, if I just go ahead and so all we need to do is if I just take this 4 and I take it away, right? So now there's 3 cards in this pile. I should make command, says Chen. You are free to do so if you would like. So that's a 3. That's a 3. And then this is a 3. All right, there we go. Now here we have 2 cards, and this is a 2, and this is a 2. So now they're both 2s. But if I take one of the 2s away, and the way that we represent 1 with the deck of cards is ace, right? Because there's only 1. There we go. That one felt better. That one felt better. I realized I realized my mistake as I was going through, and I'm like, I have made a mistake. So, but that's okay. That's okay. We fix it. And of course, Ace of Spades. So for anybody who doesn't know, Frolic Chris likes to yell Ace of Spades at me randomly sometimes in chat. Not just this chat, sometimes other chats. And there's certain chats where it's like perfectly fine, nobody suspects it. Like if it's Gibson Lens's stream and Frolic Chris yells Ace of Spades at me, it's fine. Everybody understands the context. But if it's like some other random stream, then it's like, what? Everybody else is probably like, what? It's like I understand what's going on, but uh, oh yeah, Frolic Chris, thanks for following Durkee Blaine. I have actually seen Durkee Blaine do some magic on Durkee Blaine's stream as well. So command, you saw nothing. I'm not sure if So if it helps, I have Stream Elements. So yeah, full disclosure, I haven't modded as much lately because I used to like actively mod for like two streamers, now only one, and that's Gibson Lens. Um, and Gibson Lens went from 2 days to 1 day, and then the other person I used to mod for kind of has stopped streaming. So I'm like, oh, so I haven't actually made a command probably for months. Like Chan says, I use Streamer Elements too. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, so I actually don't remember. So I have a cheat sheet, but it's actually not on this computer because I have a new computer now. So Gibson Lens says Hutch. Yes, Hutch. That was right. It's Hutch MD. So I don't know if Hutch MD will stream much again in the future, but maybe unpart and repart stream elements. Oh, hold on. Is stream elements not even working? No, but we saw other things, right? So we saw other commands. Sleep time, night all. All right. Good night, Frolic Chris. Hopefully you have a glorious night. Take care. Sleep well. Good seeing you. Let's see here. All right, so that's countdown packet. All right, and I just realized I haven't even opened up my spreadsheet. Oh no, I did open my spreadsheet. Okay, cool. So I just have to. Where is? All right, this one should be here. Twitch. Okay. If anybody's curious, today is Magic Stream 133. So that is, I cannot believe I've done 133 Magic streams. Well, I guess after today, 133 Magic streams on Twitch. That's assuming I did it for like one a week. Most of the time, I think I inserted a few here and there, but for the most part, it was one a week. So that's like almost 2.5 years, or yeah, 2.5 years. Sorry, my math is bad. I was too busy trying to do complex board game strategy, and it didn't work in my head. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I went to my friend's yesterday to hang out, and he was throwing an Irish. Basically, it was like the St. Patrick's Day celebration, but it was like before St. Patrick's Day. But he made some incredible food. It was kind of like a help yourself buffet, but he made basically it's like bangers and mash plus. So there was um, there was sausage, there was bacon, there was beans, there was hash brown potatoes, there was tomatoes and mushrooms, and that was just a plate that I got for myself. And then we could also, of course, help ourselves. Um, and then we also played a game called, if you guys are not familiar with Rings and Things, it is a board game in which people get cards of things and you try and categorize them amongst three different categories. The blue category is like about the actual thing itself. The red circle is about like the context in which you would normally see the thing, and then the yellow ring is about the word specifically. So it might be like, oh, if it starts with the letter A, or if there's an even number of vowels or something, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't really consider it much of a competitive game. It's more of like a fun activity, but it's still fun. So, and I know some of you guys are also into my food. Um, I'll show some sneak preview. I haven't posted these yet. So, oh no, I did post this one. I do actually want to talk about this. So I recently made a new dish. This dish I did not know about. It's called migas a la mexicana. And so there's migas a la, I think, whatever, España or something, which is the Spanish version, but I made the Mexican version. But the big difference is like the. Hold on, let me just tell you about the dish. So migas is basically toasted either bread or chips, and then you scramble it in eggs. There's a bunch of other ingredients like peppers and things, but That's the biggest difference. But I was like, oh man, that sounds so good. So here's what I did. I basically um, heated up bacon, rendered bacon fat, and then the bacon was chopped, and then I fried cut tortilla strips in it. So instead of like using bag potato chips, I actually cut up two big tortillas, and then I fried them in the bacon fat. And then I put in peppers, onions, and jalapeno in in that. Then I added the bacon back in, and then um, fry. And then it's not fried; it's scrambled egg. And so the scrambled egg, and then you add cheese once that's all scrambled. And yeah, that's migas. And I was like, oh man, so good. It's like I feel like I would have loved it, like college junk food basically. But I'm like, So how did I get on this? I was like, I'd only discovered migas like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I need to make it. But I was watching like a YouTube comedian. She was talking about, she was made a joke about, oh, I can have chilaquiles like, in the afternoon, like it was not a morning meal. And I'm like, what the hell is chilaquiles? And I'm like, I want to have chilaquiles. And so I immediately looked up whatever the heck chilaquiles is, and I'm like, oh, this seems fancy. Which it's still similar in that. So chilaquiles and migas. Chilaquiles has the fried tortilla chips as well, but um, there's two versions, verde and roja, which is red and green, right? Red and green salsa. So that's what chilaquiles is. So it's these toasted bits of tortilla inside of a sauce, sometimes with a meat, sometimes with something else. But that's basically what it is. But the idea is that it's covered in sauce, but like when you eat the saucy, chip, that's the fried tortilla, it's still crunchy, and like that sounds so good. But then in every search that I did to find more information about chilaquiles, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, what's the difference between chilaquiles and migas?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, migas is so much easier to make." And I'm like, "All right, I'll make migas first." And now, at one day, hopefully in the next like month or two, I will probably make chilaquiles. And so that's where I'm going with that. But anyway, that's yeah. So that was my adventure creating a new, uh, trying out a new dish. And actually, if you guys can kind of see. So there's that pile of sour cream on the right, and then there's I also put some hot sauce on it as well, and then I sprinkled. So I actually have this mix of like black peppercorns, white peppercorns, and salt that I sprinkle on top of my sour cream to basically make it look like I sprinkled a bunch of dusting of stuff, and it makes the pictures look really good. So I'm like, all right, that's what we do. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, that's part one of the secrets. Um, oh yeah, what was I going? Oh yeah, so this is the one I was gonna show. So I didn't make this, but oh, thank you. I forgot I made that command. I'm like as well. So yeah, if you guys want to follow my Instagram, I mostly put food pictures up. So this is something my friends made. So my friends actually made a chicken chili and then all the fixings. So here's the thing that I just fixed up with it. And then and the thing that I did today. So last week I actually bought chicken wings to make at home, and I actually didn't understand how to properly make chicken wings, so I watched a couple tutorials, and I'm like, okay, I think I know how to make chicken wings now. So I had to do it correctly this time. So I've done it before, but what I did was I just kind of like put the entire chicken wing uh, like covered into the air fryer, and I'm like, okay, that was a mistake because if you guys didn't know, there's three parts to the chicken wing. There's the wing tip, which usually gets cut off and discarded, or in a lot of recipes I saw, I was like, make chicken stock with it. So I'm gonna make chicken stock with mine. So it's right now I've reserved it in the fridge. And then there's like the drumette, and then the what we would call the leg. So and the drumette. So that's what it's called. But I basically cut them properly, and then I dry rub them, and they came out pretty good. So here's the plate of homemade chicken wings that I basically I made this earlier today as well. So It's very good. Okay, all right. So, man, we've talked about a lot of not magic today. Hopefully that's all right. But if you guys are okay with that, I mean, I like talking about food and board games at board game shows and other things. So, let's see here. I think last week I did a trick and I liked how it went. And I reviewed the video and I was like, if this is not on my trick list, I think I want to add it. So hold on, I'm just going to double check and see if it is. And if it's not, I'm going to add it. It is not. Okay, so we're going to add it. I'm going to add Troublebacker by Max Maven. It's active and it's a card trick. All right, create. There we go. And I guess to inaugurate the trick, I'll just go ahead and add it. I feel bad about adding a trick and then having it be at 0 for a little bit. I'm like, I should just do it once and then it'll be fine. So here, wait a second. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, all right. You room says num 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 num. Or sorry, there's only 3. Num num num. So I used to have this horrible joke. Somebody would be like, num num num, like near me, and I'd be like, are you calling me delicious? Yeah. Full disclosure for anybody who didn't know, I assume most of you guys in chat already know. My name is Nam, so sounds an awful lot like num num num. All right. Okay, all right. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these cards are, I have the red 8s and 7s and a couple of jokers. So, and the jokers here are, well, actually, so if we saw, they were all red back. So everybody's infected. Everybody's infected with the virus. And so we are going to try and figure out what has caused the jokers to become infected, right? And so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and let me place those there. And here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and grab this joker for testing and placed it in with the 7s and 8s. And look, somehow it appears amongst the testing. Oh, that's interesting. That's strange. I guess it has swapped places with one of the 8s. Bizarre. But look, now we've got everything over here. And now we're just going to go ahead and swap that other joker. And there it is. So wait, how were these jokers able to get from there to here? Well, we're not sure, but we suspect that it has something to do with the fact that even though these red 8s and 7s are infected, when they check the jokers again, they were not infected. And that, my friends, is the inaugural performance of Troublebacker with big index cards, I guess. So, and yeah, if you guys saw my YouTube performance, I did change up a little bit of my handling because I really like this handling. Um, so I won't get into the implications with these cards specifically, but actually I do want to, if Chan, you are still here, I would like to show you, and I'll demonstrate to everybody else who's a lay person, but this may give away a little bit of how this trick is done, but that's okay. Thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Gibson Lens. All right. So Chan, you're familiar with Elmsley count, right? So just imagine Elmsley, but like on crack, not the person, the move. and so, so look, watch, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks good, right? Yeah. Uh, Chan, just confirm you're still there in chat. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right. Just to throw everybody else off a little bit, I will only reveal a little bit at a time. So look, watch. I'm going to flip one of these over. There we go. And then I'm going to flip another one over. And we will leave it at that for the time being. Okay, all right. Hopefully I didn't reveal too much, but it's something I'm working on. So it's basically a move that I don't know if it existed before, but if it did, I wasn't aware of it when I came up with it. But I'm like, oh my god, it would be perfect for this trick. And I'm like, let me incorporate it. So there it is. I'm so proud of how clean it looks. like basically compared to how the original way people would do it. I guess if you are curious about how people would do it the original way, let me see here. It would look the way that I would do how the original way. It would look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not really used to 5, 6. So I'm not used to doing it that way. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the original way how it would look, and I'm like, okay. I think doing this looks way more natural. All right. Okay. Let's see here. There you go, the inaugural performance. Next up, we have a request from Charlie's Beats. Okay. Let me go ahead and find. Oh, I need some. Oh, crap. All right. Hold on. I'm just dropping literal garbage. Packaging garbage. Literal garbage over here. Sorry, bonus points if you know that tune. Name that tune. Hold on, I'm trying to find where I can't. The 4-card trick. Come on, there it is. I do know that Gibson Lens is very good at name that tune. I've seen Gibson Lens perform guessing game name that tune and be successful against many other people. Okay, let me see here. How should I do this? Hang on, I gotta find something. And it is going to be a... Okay, all right. I have it. I've got it. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to present this, but let me go ahead and do it this way. So boom, 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 boom. Sorry, I'm just going through it one more time at the moment. So boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right, I know we're good. Okay. All right, so here we go. We have the 4-card trick. Thanks for the request, Charlie's Beats. So first things first, we've got 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are not normal cards. They are actually all blank. So if I show you, they're all blank. So, Charlie, are you still there right now at the moment? If you are, I would like you to give me a word or a name or a something short that I can write on the card. I'm going to write that on this card at the moment. Um, do you want me to draw Gibson eyes? Is that? Oh, by the way, I didn't do those earlier. Okay. All right. Do I have to really try and draw? Ooh, yes. Oh my god. I probably should have. Probably could have just said, "Oh, what do you want me to say?" And then, or like write the word. But now I have to draw. have to try and draw Gibson eyes. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, here we go. Ooh, yes, says Charlie. You offer. I know it's my own fault. All right. Okay. So I don't think I'm that great of an artist. I'm gonna try my best though. Like legitimately good try here. So it's gonna be a mini art stream for like a minute. Okay. So the Gibson eyes. So uh here's one eye. Then the other one is mostly symmetrical but slightly off. Here's the other eye. Oh man, I'm so nervous because I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna be proportional. Um, okay, so then we've got this part, and it's just got. Okay, all right. So here. All right. Okay. That line might be a little too long, but all right, whatever. It's too late now. It's Sharpie. Okay. You. Okay. All right. So we got those. All right. Next. Okay. I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna like shade anything in. I'm just gonna make this shape. Okay, so now the eyes are definitely like on this side of the eye, right? Okay, so and it comes out to be slightly more than half of the way. Okay, so I want to kind of start this here. Is it very round? It's pretty round. Oh God, I just messed that up a little bit. Okay, okay, all right. And then the other one. Oh no, I'm very bad at making eyes, I guess. Okay, okay. Next. Next, okay, I'm gonna do the nose. That's just like one little swoop, right? So one little swoop, like right here. One little swoop, like right here. Right? Okay. That might be too. The nose might be a little too deep, right? But that's okay. That's okay. All right. Okay, and then there's a little bit of an eyebrow up here. I'm just gonna extend it a little bit, but it doesn't go over the entire eye. It actually just goes until like here. I will have to assume the extension past the what I can see in the emote, right? And then the other one on this side. So the distance is about the same from the. This one is much longer, prominently, and over the eye. So we're gonna go ahead and do it this way. I will say I may have to thicken. I may have to thicken this eyebrow. Okay, I don't want to. And then there's like a little jagged part. Okay. I'm just trying to be careful here because this is Sharpie. So if I, all right. So here. Okay. So there's this, and then it just kind of cuts a little. Oh god, did I get? Oh no no. Okay, we're okay. and then kind of cuts a little bit down, like here. Oh no, Sharpie, don't die on me. Come on. All right, that cut down is not so prominent, but okay. All right. I'm going to say this is my best attempt at Gibson eyes. That emote. If you guys know, it's the one that Charlie, Gibson, and I all did in a row. All right. So here, man, I. All right. So there we go. That is. Oh. If you guys want to take like a Gibson lens, if you want to take a screenshot of this would be a good time. So there you go. All right. Okay. There we go. So, we have where the heck were we? Okay, yeah. So we have 3 blank cards, and now we have this Gibson Eyes card as part of. Thank you for kindly for the claps. I assume that's just for the drawing. I haven't done any magic yet, so thank you very much. Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and pretend that. All right. So for those of us who subscribe to Gibson Lens, we all have access to this emote because there it is. See, look, Gibson, let's just put 4 of them out there. All right. But here's what I'm going to do. Let's pretend that perhaps you aren't auto-subscribed to Gibson Lens to have this emote. Now, the thing is, when you are subscribed, you know that you do have access to it. See, right here. There it is. See? There it is. However, let's pretend that your subscription does not auto-renew and it lapsed, right? So now, when you try and use the emote, you can spend channel points to unlock. Guys, you can spend channel points to unlock it. But let's pretend that you were just trying to use it like you would normally, and your subscription expires, right? You won't be able to see it because look, your subscription has expired. See? I know. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? But all you have to do is just, oh, hold on, wait. So now you're racking your mind. It's like, oh no, do I use channel points or do I resubscribe to Gibson Lens? So you give it a thought just for a moment. I'm like, I don't know. However, you decide, okay, regardless, that emote absolutely crucial for me to hang out on Twitch. And so you decide, all right, let's just resub to Gibson Lens or sub if it's your first time. I guess if you're using the emote again, it's probably because you're resubbing. So now it's back. So you resub, and now you can see the emote again because here it is. Right? That's so cool, right? Now, here's the thing. If you guys didn't know, I normally like to use the card of the person that requested the trick. The problem is that's like in the Twitch deck, and that would totally give. I don't have blank cards for the Twitch deck either. But anyway, so but you could tell this card apart because if you look at the face, I mean, quite literally, there's a face on this card, right? But if you look at the faces of all these are all blank, right? But the thing that you may not know is that you can also tell these from the back because these just look like regular cards. But there's somebody that I know that needs Gibson Lens emotes. And I know that Charlie's Beats is the one that will typically resub for emotes. And so here we go. Who has to resub for emotes? Charlie's Beats. And that, my friends, is a performance of 4-card trick starring Gibson Eyes and Charlie's Beats. And if you were here, you could check out this card too. And so there we go. That is, yeah, there we go. So full disclosure, that might be the literal first time I've done artwork on the channel. I actually think this turned out okay. This is not bad, I think, considering I don't really consider myself like artistic in any way, and so that's not bad. I was actually thinking you could probably do something silly like It did turn out okay. All right, cool. Thanks. Thanks. I was actually thinking it's like, oh, I have a blank look on my face. Oh wait. Oh my god, it lined up with my face. That that was perfect. Uh I think I have to noise. Okay, I think I have to do that again. All right, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Oh, I am expressionless. I have nothing on my face. Aha! That's. I'm sorry, guys. I'm way more amused right now just because I have this. Okay, all right. Tell you what, Charlie's Beats. Next time you request this trick, and I ask you what you can write, you can choose the Gibson sus eyes next. Oh man. Anyway, thank you for the request, Charlie's Beats. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I thought that was funny. Oh man, that was so cool. And that was a cool custom story too. I like it. That one doesn't. Yeah, that one doesn't happen every day. Delicious, delicious heat maps. I was actually wondering also like how many magicians like understand Twitch. Like I want to say like the number of magicians that probably understand Twitch, and even though the number of magicians is small, there's probably even a smaller percentage of magicians that understand Twitch, and most of them we interact with. Like probably. Uh, that was good. That was good. I'm gonna have to keep this forever. Oh my god. Okay, dude. Okay, so next time if we do get sus eyes, I could do this the snap change with both this and the sus eyes, and then it will look like this, and then it will also look like the sus eyes, so we can switch between the two. Oh my god, this is a brilliant idea. Thank you guys. This is Charlie. Thanks for requesting it. I don't know what inspired me to do this today, but I was like, and then well, I mean, I know what inspired me to use a blank card because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna spice this up for Charlie's Beats because I'm sure I know Charlie has seen this trick before because Charlie has seen basically all of my tricks before because Charlie's usually always here. So I'm like, I gotta spice this up for Charlie. Sorry, for Charlie. I gotta have to pronounce it as though it's spelled Cholly, right? Charlie. All right. Whew. So kind of on a similar tangent, I was like, very in the zone the last couple of times that I have performed magic out in real life because I was able to just easily adapt a story, like with just random people, and I was like, ah, I'm basically improvising. This is good. So Charlie's Beat says, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Sorry, um, Charlie. Do you want to go to Candy Mountain, Charlie? Charlie, do you want to go to Candy Mountain? One's in chat if you understand that reference. Twos if you do not. Charlie, we're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. I also feel bad if Charlie actually had to go through a phase where everybody was yelling Charlie at him at you. So I can imagine if your name is like the butt of a meme, like it's just uh, all right, let's see here. Oh yeah, let me consult. Do I have a boss trick? I thought I did. Do I want to do it? I didn't. As I said, I didn't really practice this for a couple weeks. Oh, we've got a couple. Do I want to do them? I don't know. Let me see. Let's do this. All right. Okay, we're gonna do one. We're gonna do one. Gibson lenses clipped Gibson eyes. Oh, thank you for clipping that. That's probably gonna. Hold on, I probably have to watch this now. Let me. Hold on. Which browser is this gonna open in? Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's see. I was actually thinking you could probably do something silly like. It did turn out okay. All right. Cool. Thanks. Thanks. I was actually thinking it's like, oh, I have a blank look on my face. Oh wait. Oh my god, it lined up with my face. That was perfect. All right, that's. Oh, hold on, and there's more. Oh yeah, we get the second one too. On my face. Oh. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm way more. Thanks for that clip. That's good. That was. If you didn't clip that, I was probably gonna go back and clip that later. Vampire Eat, welcome in. How's it going? We were just reminiscing about old times, i.e., old times that literally happened like 7 minutes ago. But yeah, there's a clip in chat if you want if you want to look at it. You too can reminisce about something you just witnessed. Way back. Excuse me. Sorry, I was not able to catch in time. So I've been sneezing a lot today, and it's because we got warm weather and all the snow melted, and I think it's because I have my spring allergies kicking in now. So yeah. Okay. All right. So next up, I'm getting ready for hair razor because it looks like it was a boss trick, not this time, not last time, but like a couple times ago. So I just want to, let me see here. Let's make sure that I remember this part. This is the hardest part, I think. Okay, yeah. So we need this. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. So here we go. This is hair razor. So here we've got ace, 2, 3 of hearts. And I want to use 2 other cards to help us with this, and they are the 2 jokers. And so here with the 2 jokers, we're going to go ahead and do something with them. And so actually I'll leave this kind of on camera. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Let me go ahead and I'm going to place the ace on the bottom. But look, if I snap, that is going to go ahead and make the ace jump back up to the top. We'll grab the 2. Actually, we'll put it here. And then if I snap 2 times, that will bring the 2 from the bottom all the way up to the top. And then finally, we have the 3, but we have to snap 3 times. 3. I almost missed that third one. Full disclosure, the hardest part about doing this trick is snapping. that's the hardest part, right? But now the 3 has jumped up. But actually doing all those snaps, it's very slow to do all of them. And they're like, "Can you do this trick faster?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Here. So we'll put the 3 on the bottom. I don't even have to snap. The 3 just jumps. It just snaps by itself to get back up to the top. Same thing with this. The 2 actually just snaps all the way up to the top. And then the ace just also snaps back up to the top. And so, yeah, auto snap, that's right. But here, some people think that the jokers are what is magical, but actually the thing that is magical, it's actually the ace, the 2, and the 3. And so here, let me go ahead and place the ace, 2, and the 3 down here. At this point, we don't really need the jokers anymore, but let's go ahead and if you were here, you can tell me when to stop. We would cut the deck somewhere. And reminder, if you've been sitting around for a while and you have not taken a swig to hydrate, now's a good time. Feel free to hydrate. But all right, so let's take a look. So if the ace 2 and the 3 are actually magical, they should be able to do something without the jokers, right? And so here we go. What did we cut to? We cut to a queen. We actually cut to a queen of hearts. Now, if these were magical, we could do something. If I were to take the queen and touch the ace, the 2, and the 3, well, something interesting happens. They all change into the other queens. And that, my friends, is, I will say, a successful performance of Hair Raiser. Oh yeah, and that was also a boss trick. So hold on. We'll do boss. We encountered the boss. Then I beat the boss. Boom. All right, cool. And yeah, that was from like 2 streams ago. So actually, it was 2 or 3 streams ago. That was 1, 2, 3 streams ago. So, but we beat it. All right, excellent. All right, thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Charlie's Beats, Vampire Eats. Thank you kindly. All right, next up we have a request from Charlie's Beats. Thanks for the request, Charlie. As per usual. For a little while, I didn't like the phrase "as per usual," and then it kind of grew on me. so, so now here we are, kind of using the phrase. All right, let's see here, and we've got boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. So next up, we have a trick called twisting Picasso's arm. So I had an earlier version of this trick that I did that I think was slightly less developed, and then I slowly worked it away, and now this is the version that I would normally do for it. I need something that is red. Okay, we can use this. Okay. All right, first things first. Here we have a pile of cards. They're all black face cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to show you that they all have blue backs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But I need something red because actually I want to change these backs, not from blue. So I'm going to grab this. So I had this off camera. I actually have a bunch of dragon shields. If you guys are not familiar with premium card supplies, so I labeled this Magic TCGs. I scratched off Neopets because Neopets no longer in there, but it's basically a bunch of other collectible card game cards that I will use for Magic. But anyway, I'm just using the box because I need the red ink from it. And so here's what I'm doing. I'm actually going to grab a bunch of red ink from the box and I'm going to place it here in this packet because now we'll be able to see that one of these cards has turned from a blue back to a red back. I know, is that cool? That's super cool, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and grab some more red ink. And we're just going to put that in there. So here we go. So blue, red, red, blue, right? Okay, so now I think, hold on, what did I do here? I think I did this. Okay, so now there should be, I'm going to go ahead and grab some more red ink. I need to make another blue backed card red. So now we should see 3 red. So here's red, blue, red, red. And so I just want you to see that there's still the blue in there, and the other 3 are red. Okay, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and grab the last bit of red from here and place it on this, and we can now see that all 4 of these cards are red. And actually, if I just go ahead and I spread them out, not only are the backs all red, but if you remember, they were all black face cards before, but now they've changed into red face cards because the red ink has gone through them. And that, my friends, is twisting Picasso's arm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was, yeah. I think it's probably similar to other tricks that existed before, but I put my own like story on it. I'm pretty sure that's like, as far as I know, not too many other people have done it in that similar fashion. I hope, fingers crossed. As I said, like magic attribution is very difficult because first of all, it's like you're talking about a culture and society of like secrecy, and then it's like even like tracing lineage back, it's like it's very difficult sometimes. I'm actually hoping because of like now we're in like the digital age that it's gonna be easier to like track the path of like a magic trick and its lineage like all the way back, but we're not quite there yet. Not quite there. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. E-Room, Vampire E to Charlie's Beats. E-Room says, nice one. Thanks, E-Room. Alright, let's see here. Oh, wait. I just... Hold on. I have this thing that I need to probably disable it. So I didn't import my settings for my browser. So it just messed me up because I tried to click on StreamerSonglist that I did it, but then it moved it over, so I accidentally clicked trash, although I don't know if that's my fault. Hold on. Okay, Q. Oh yeah, no, that shouldn't. That's my fault because it doesn't make any sense that it would show. Anyway, whatever. Okay, I fixed it. My statistics will be good now. It's fine. Okay, all right. So we added a new trick to the trick list today. That was good. That was fun. I mean, new trick. I've done it a few times, but I feel good enough now that it's like should be embedded in my mind. I can do it. All right. So let's see. What did we talk about? We talked about Pi Day. We talked about a bunch of food. We talked about happy early St. Patrick's Day. If anybody who celebrates, is that tomorrow or is that later in the week? I forget. And then let's see what else. Oh yeah, so on Pi Day, so there was also a couple of other days that get overshadowed by Pi Day. Gibson Len says tomorrow. Okay, excellent. All right, so it is tomorrow. All right. So happy early St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, so Pi Day is also, if anybody doesn't know, Happy National Potato Chip Day, and I love potato chips, so that worked. I didn't have any potato chips that day, but I'm like, I celebrate National Potato Chip most days, so I'm like, all right, it's fine if I don't. But I recognized it because I thought about potato chips. And then I did not celebrate World Sleep Day. I would have liked to get more sleep pretty much any day last week because we time traveled the worst possible way last week. So I'm at least feeling better this week, like from the time travel. So that's yeah. Chris M. Yee, welcome in. How's it going? No one celebrates Gravitational Constant Day. Yeah, I know. What is so I have to, what is Gravitational Constant Day? Oh, by the way, Chris, congratulations. There isn't one? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We can make one. We can make it. Uh, so yeah, Chris, thank you. All right, so guys, I saw a picture of baby Yi. That's so. Congratulations, Chris. That's big. Welcome to the world, baby Yi. She's pretty great. Excellent. So, yeah. Let's see. Barney of the Rubble is requesting Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Um, Barney of the Rubble. That means you watch my YouTube channel because there's a trick called Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Hold on, let me see if I still have it, and let me see if I remember how to do it. Because as far as I remember, I don't think I remember how to do it off the top, but we may. Yeah, I might be able to do that one for you. Hold on. I may have to consult my own video to remember what the heck I did. But okay, let me see here. But anyway, welcome in, Barney of the Rubble. How's it going? Let's see. Vampire Eat says, I enjoyed time travel so much, I did it twice. Friday night, I drove from Illinois to Ohio, crossing the time zone, then skipped ahead the next hour on Saturday. Was rough. Dude, that sounds like it sucks. uh, Chris Simi says, she's sleeping a few feet away from me. Oh, man. Chris, I know that you are probably a fan of photography and video, and you probably this does not need to be said. Take pictures and video. Everybody does say like kids grow up so fast, but man, you're gonna be like when she's 3, you're gonna be like, oh my god, she was just like an infant like weeks ago, and then you're gonna look back and be like, that was actually years ago, and it's like holy crap. So luckily, I am also a person who takes a lot of pictures and video, but now we'll sometimes watch like video of my kid as a baby, and now she's old enough to be like, hey, that's me as a baby, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, and I'm like, wow, you can articulate yourself way better than you could last year. I'm like, well done, kid. Chris says, but yes, Dad's born 85. Club got a little bit bigger this week. Yeah. Some chatters are chatters and some are OGs, says Barney of the Rubble. Thanks, Barney. Let me see here. Mine are 13 and 17. Can confirm they grow up too fast. Yeah, Vampire Eat. Yeah, they do. All right. What's crazy Asian and you got okay, hold on. I gotta read this like a dad joke. Okay. Barney of the Rubble says, what's crazy Asian and Chris M. Yee got in common? They're old. You know, Barney, if you did not just request a trick that I know requires you knowing my YouTube channel, that might be like a ban threat right there. Like, "Ugh." But you know what? I'll give you a waggle of the finger. Waggle, 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 waggle. That's what you get. That's what you get. Okay. All right. Okay. So full disclosure, I have the little packet of cards that I used for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star right here. I don't remember how I did it. So let me review right now. You may hear a video. I don't want to like show the video because I might I mean, I'm just going to perform it assuming I can do it. If not, worst case scenario, I will just show the video, but I'm going to try and actually let me see. Twinkle twinkle little star. All right, so here we go. Actually, wait, I can just mute this. Right? Yeah, let me just mute it. Okay. So mute, play. All right. So let me just go through the trick. What did I do? Okay, I remember that. Yeah. So I do that. Yeah. Then do this, right? Okay, and then I do that, and then You know, that looked pretty good. You know, you're watching your own trick, and I'm like, wow, did I come up with this? I basically came up with this. Ask the deck sock. Yeah, I may have to consult the deck sock on this. Okay, all right. Jeez, all right. I did not encode this trick into my Sleight reading system. So, oh, is that? Hold on. Let me just double check here. So, do I do this? Nope, that's not it. Okay. Hold on. Let me. Do I have notes on this? So, I do not remember how I initially started the deck or the pack of cards. I usually take good notes, but I don't know. Find Twinkle, Twinkle. I did not note this. Wait, oh no, I did note it over here. Okay, Twinkle, Twinkle. Ah, come on. Let's see. Barney of the Rubble said, I should have VIP'd instead. Ask the deck sock. Chad and I are the only ones who have seen you play guitar on stream. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't remember. Okay, so I'm just going to have to run through this myself really quick as I do this. So when I perform this trick, I actually sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Okay. Oh, no. So it should be like this. Oh. Hmm. Harm. All right. Uh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How? Sorry, you're gonna hear me sing. I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay, no, I would have to like rework the handling of this. Barney of the Rubble, why did you have to request? But okay, we're gonna do it. Hold on. Sorry. I know that we have a couple of other things in the queue right now, but I'm going to need to do this Twinkle Twinkle Little Star thing right now. Uh, so hold on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. This might just be a good kick in the butt, and then I'm gonna so it's clearly if I don't do it today, I'm gonna document it in the spreadsheet, and then I'm gonna create Sleight reading for it, and then I'm gonna remember how to do it from now on, and then it'll probably go on the trick list because it'll be like another song that's on a streamer song list that isn't really a song, and so that's where I'm going with this. All right, so hold on. Twinkle twinkle little star, I wonder what you are. So high. No, I'm not going as fast as I need to. Like a diamond in the sky. And then twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, almost there, almost there. Almost there, guys, hold on. Very close, very close. Okay, alright. Uh... In the sky, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I've got a working version of this. All right. I'm just gonna have to wing the. So it's not gonna be perfect, but then again. All right. Okay. All right. So. Hit. Vampire Eat says, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star." While he's practicing, let's go to the bar. All right. Okay. All right. So here we go. We've got 4 cards. I'm going to be singing "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." Oh, hold on. It's not currently in the top of the list. So hang on. Let me move it up. Okay. So. Okay. As I said, my throat is weird because allergies. All right. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, hold on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what. Sorry. How I wonder where you are. There we go. And that is my performance of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I would say basically an original trick of mine, but like there's a lot of like stuff that I took from like other tricks. So there you go. That might have been the first time you heard me sing a complete song on stream, because I know when I randomly sing stuff, it's like usually like a line or a chorus or something. But there you go. And to be fair, I would argue perhaps that's not even a full song because there's actually more to to the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song. So maybe not. um, Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. E-Room, Vampire E, Chan the Magic Man, and thank you for that request, Barney of the Rubble. Um, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and if anybody wants to watch my YouTube performance of it, I will drop the link here in chat. So that is the only difference between this and that, like, magic wise, is that I get the words in the correct order at the end, basically. uh, so I think otherwise, I think I pretty reliably remembered the rest of it. I just didn't remember like the initial sequence at the beginning to get the correct order of words at the end. But other than that, that's just a matter of setting it up right the first time, and then you're good. um, and then I did see that some people have mentioned me practicing guitar. So, you know what? Let me search for a. I know I have some guitar stuff on my YouTube channel, but it's all like unlisted. So hold on. So I've actually been slacking on my guitar lately. So okay. You know what? This one is probably okay. Let me just show this. Hold on. Let me. Man, I've never done this before. I've never shown people me practicing guitar. Hold on. I know you guys are probably excited. You guys have never seen me do this. Excuse me. Let me hold on. I want to show. Is this one? Nope, that's not the right scene. Hold on. If I do this one, and then I choose, let me see here, single window, show this one. Okay, all right. Yeah, you guys can see that now? All right, cool. This is just a secret unlisted video that I have in my channel. So, yes, nobody can see it unless you have this URL, which I'm now showing to the world, but it's okay. Not so secret anymore, I know, right? Okay, so, and you guys can hear my audio, I think, when I play it. So let me just go ahead and... All right, the premiere of me playing some guitar on stream. I'm not actually playing guitar right now, but this was a recording of me. I actually have the date. This is from... Oh, actually, hold on. If I just make this a little bit smaller, I think... Oh, no, you won't be able to see the date. I'll just scroll down. There you go. It's from 2024, February last year. So I want to say I've gotten a little bit better, but then I've been slacking for like the last 2 months. So I'm actually not... I'm actually probably a little rusty right now. Okay, ready? Here we go. And let me know if you can't hear this, but you should be able to. I'm not very good at those bar chords. All right, and that was me last year playing guitar. There you go. So, if any, thank you very much for the applause. Chan the Magic Man. So as you can tell, I'm not really a great musician, but like, so I like that song a lot. And those who are familiar with VGM, you'll probably like it'll sound familiar. You could probably identify it, but like, there's some parts that are not like normal, I guess, to the song because like I'm not like there's a couple parts that are either too hard or I'm like I'm not fast enough to the transition. I'm gonna do something else. That's why I put arrangement in the title because I'm like I rearranged like two parts just to make it easier. I didn't do anything on I just did it in my head and on the guitar. But anyway, thank you kindly for the claps. Vampire Eat, E Room, Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I had to learn that I just incorporate in that song anyway because it's like so there's the guitar harmonics. There's was the bar chord that I said I was like I can't do that one. There's I don't think fast enough ahead to like move my hand ahead of time either. So like that's just something you would just have to practice until you got more familiar with. But yeah, so anyway, I'm totally going to be revisiting Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and then we will see if I can do it next time. But since it's not on my list, and it was technically a custom request from Barney, that it's not a boss trick because I wasn't technically prepared for it. Um, but you know, I have like I'm like holding a mental grudge now a little bit. So all right, okay. And I know we have a couple of other requests, so let me go ahead and get ready for those. But yeah, so I do have a couple of other guitar videos. I may not have put them up on YouTube. Is probably the thing. That one was an older one. I had a newer one, I thought. So, But yeah, okay. Okay. But that's okay for another time. Or I can just re-record one later and just be like, okay, this is a new one. But yeah, you guys were here for the world premiere of me playing guitar on stream. It's just a practice. Like, I did have, so I remember I'm like, let me just record something, just so that like I shared it with a couple friends and stuff. But I'm like, you know, I don't want it to be horrible. So I did it a few times, and I'm like, okay, this is the cleanest take, even though there's some. And I'm like, I'm not going to improve on these things, just like doing it again and again right now. So I'm like, all right, good enough. We'll take it. All right, this next trick we're called Birds of a Feather. So right here I have got the 4 queens. Let me introduce you to them. We have the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Clubs, the Queen of Diamonds, and the Queen of Spades. And hold on, we're gonna have to start over. My apologies. I just realized the problem is me. No. Okay, there we go. You do, yes. Thanks for the mulligan, Chan. You saw nothing. All right, here we go. All right, once again, 4 queens. Let me introduce you to them. We have the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Diamonds, and the Queen of Spades. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. If you were here, I would ask you to cut the deck. So let's say 3/4 of the deck off to another pile. If you were here, it could be off by a card here or there. I could ask you to then cut about 2/3 of this deck into another pile here. Once again, you could kind of freely cut just as long as it's roughly estimated. And then this last one, cut about half of this down here. Once again, you could adjust a couple of cards here, a couple of cards there. Not that big a deal. Okay, so here's what we want to do. What we want to do is we're going to go ahead and mark each one of these packets with one of these queens. And so we mark that one. Let's go ahead and mark this one. And then this one, we're going to go ahead and mark that one. And then this last one, we're going to mark right here. And now, I remember somebody said the deck sock earlier. And let's bring out our dear friend, the deck sock. Deck sock. Let's welcome deck sock to the stage. Hi, everybody. Hi, deck sock. I hope you're doing well. Would you like to do some magic for us? Yes. Whoa, whoa, the deck sock is so excited. The deck sock is bouncing on each one of these piles multiple times. Deck sock, what did you do? I think the deck sock has done some magic. Would you believe that the deck sock has actually moved all of the queens down to this pile? Well, whether you believed it or not, let's find out. We've got a Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Spades, and the Queen of Diamonds. All right. But now the deck sock is telling me to tell you, the person whom would have been able to cut this in real life if you were here, that, would it not be amazing that you also cut to the Ace of Clubs, the Ace of Diamonds, the Ace of Hearts, and of course, the Ace of spades. You know what, Dexsock? That is pretty amazing. What are the odds? Astronomical. All right, but not impossible. All right, very well done. All right, Dexsock, take a bow. Woo. And that, my friends, is Birds of a Feather, starring Dexsock. Thank you kindly for that applause. Vampire Eat. Thank you kindly for the claps. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. You guys should have seen me yesterday while I was setting up my new computer. And I was like, man, how do I get these docs to show up and appear and drag? Like, and I'm like, where's chat? I couldn't see chat. And I'm like, I couldn't see Twitch activities. And I'm just like, oh my God. Just like basic stuff that I had to set up again. I'm like, I forget how to do this. And I just like look up the notes and I'm like, okay, I remember now. Thank you kindly for the claps. Jan the Magic Man, E-Room, Vampire Eat. Thank you kindly. All right. So next up, we have a trick called Three Travelers. Chan, would you like standard Three Travelers? Or would you like variation of Three Travelers? Sure? Okay. All right. I'll take that as standard. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Normally, I like to use the card of the person who requested the trick. So, Chan the Magic Man has signed the Queen of Clubs. So we will make sure that we use the Queen of Clubs. Standard. All right, excellent. So, all right, here we've set aside a few cards. I've set aside the Ace of Clubs, the Two of Clubs, and the Queen of Clubs, which is signed by Chan the Magic Man, the requester of this trick. Also, friend and mod. So, there we go. Now, here's what we're going to do. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and place Chan the Magic Man here. I will go ahead and place the Two of Clubs over here. And let's put the Ace of Clubs there. Now, if we pretend that this stack of cards is an elevator, if we put the ace at the bottom, but then we press the elevator button, that should hopefully bring the ace from the bottom all the way up to the top. Sorry, I am going to take a hydrate right now. You guys are welcome to join in the hydrate if you would like. But here, if we take a look, the ace has gone from the bottom all the way up to the top. Now, if we take the two, we place it on the top, and we want to go down, let's go ahead and press the elevator button. If we just give it a second. Man, my allergies are going to, if this is how it's going to be, I'm probably going to need those cough drops, not for sickness, but like for allergies. Ah, excellent. Thank you for the ding, Chan the Magic Man. That has gone, the two has gone from the top all the way down to the bottom, because now if we take a look, there is our two. And now, finally, we've got our three. Or sorry, not our three. It's normally a three, but it's a Chan Magic Man, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and place Chan the Magic Man over here on this pile. And this is actually going to behave like a transporter pad. And so look, if I actually use my two fingers to slide it as though we are going to initiate and complete a transport like we would in the next generation. Because they have touchscreens in the next gen, right? Because in the original series, what did they have? They just had like, it was like those push, it's like analog push things. But anyway, if we watch very carefully, you can see like the particles beaming from here to there. Because now if we take a look over here, there's no Chan the Magic Man over here anymore. That's some other card. If we take a look over here, Chan the Magic Man has transported over here. And that, my friends, is Three Travelers. Here's the 3 travelers. Let's hope that they don't get stuck inside a casino and then can't escape. Yes, there we go. There's a transport. Thank you kindly for the transport, Chan. Thank you kindly for the request. Oh, thanks for clearing that. Appreciated. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, E-Room. Vampire Eat. Thank you kindly for the claps. All right. So, let's see. I kind of want to wrap up stream in like the next, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes. So, let's last call. If anybody wants to see any more magic, now's a good time to request it. I'm also going to put in a... oh, somebody beat me to it. All right. Charlie's Beats has requested the invisible deck. All right. So, I normally don't like to do this trick more than once per stream, but it actually hasn't been requested that often, so it's been perfect. So, let me just double check and make sure I'm equipped. All right, here we go. Sorry, I had to look back at the VOD when you had performed Birds of a Feather. It looks fun to learn. Oh, yeah. So, I like Birds of a Feather. It's pretty good. It mostly... So, I would recommend that you watch a couple of performances of it, but it's Paul Gordon's Birds of a Feather, not the... There's another trick called Birds of a Feather that is not Paul Gordon's, so don't mix it up with that one. But yeah, so there's that, and then I also have a Birds of the Feather performance on my YouTube, so if that's easier for you, whatever. But anyway, okay, cool. So next up we have the invisible deck. So look, I have a deck here. It is obviously visible here, but Charlie's Beats, would you like to be the volunteer for this trick as the requester? It's up to you. And if you want to hand it off, that's cool. But if you also want to do it, that's also cool. So you let me know. Sure. All right. Excellent, Charlie's Beats. I'm going to go ahead and send this through the internet pipes towards you, and then it will be invisible once it gets over to your side. So there you go. It's being sent. When you get it, catch it, and it will be invisible. But open up the deck, pull out all the cards. You can look at them, more like sense what they are, but spread through the cards in your mind. Excellent. Charlie's got the deck. Spread through the cards, and then you should be able to select one card. Make sure that your mind knows what it is. Pull it out, turn it face down, put it back into the deck, close up the deck, and then put it back into the box. And then when that is all set, go ahead and send the box back to me. Rider back box, standard box. Yes, that's right. Sending. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now it's being sent, and now we will. Yeah, I've received. Okay. All right. So now at this point, I will not break the camera away. This will remain on screen the entire time. So now that the deck is here, you sent it back. Charlie, go ahead. Tell me which card was it that you had turned over, and I will show you that the deck reflects reality. 8 of Hearts. The 8 of Hearts. Would it not be crazy if when I took this deck out of the box that there was one card facing in the opposite direction? One card out of the entire deck, and it was the 8 of Hearts. That'd be weird, right? So, here we go. I don't know if you can tell, but there's actually one card right here. One card facing in the opposite direction. So here we go. Charlie said he turned over the 8 of hearts. And if I show you 8 of hearts. And that, my friends, is the invisible deck. All right. Excellent. Well done, says Chan. Thank you. Thank you kindly, Chan. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Vampire Eat, E-Room, Chan the Magic Man, thank you. Thanks for clearing that. Alright, and then I have definitely a trick that I want to practice basically every stream, mostly because I want to keep it sharp, because it's like one of the few non-card tricks that I do. I mean, I'm going to use cards, but... Alright. So, here we go. Okay. We have 2, 4 coins, 4 cards. I'm going to be using the cards to cover up each coin, and then we will make each coin teleport from corner to corner. And so it happens. We can send this one from here to there. It happens pretty quick. So there we go. Go from here to there, and then here to there, and that is the basic coin matrix. Ha! All right. Huzzah! Okay. Whew. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, let me just double check and see what my current boss trick is. Okay, I did hair razor. Okay. I think we're okay. There's one more that I could do, but I'm like, let's save that for next time. Chris says, Jen's son, whom we affectionately refer to as Tuna, said that trick was cool. Oh, awesome. Is Jen's son watching? Okay. Should we do one that maybe... All right. Okay, we're gonna do. I got one. So actually, if Chris, you, Jen, and slash or Jen's son are all watching, have Jen's son before you tell me, choose 2 suits. Actually, I need them to be different though. Think of one black suit and one red suit, and don't tell me yet. But I'm gonna prep for this trick, and let me show this one if he's watching. Okay, so. This trick is called Trading Kings. So here we go. Let's do that. And then Trading Kings. All right, cool. So first things first, I have 8 cards, but they're from 2 different decks. So you'll see these are all from a blue back deck of cards. And then these are all from a red back deck of cards. Okay. All right. So now at this point, I will not break away from this. This will remain on screen until the end of the trick. So, Chris, if you are still there and you are communicating verbally, if you would like to tell me the 2 suits, one red, one black, let me know what they are. So if you were not aware, the black suits are either clubs or spades, red suits, hearts, or diamonds. So go ahead and tell me right now that, and then we can proceed. And if anybody cares, we did not set this up, so that's... So go ahead. I'm also going to take a swig. I've actually run out of tea, so I'm going to drink water now. Thank you for the hydrate, Chan. All right. All right. Let's see. If we don't have anything, if anybody else would like to select a suit, you're welcome to step up. And then, worst case scenario, I have random bots that we can use. But I don't know if you guys would trust that it's magic if we use a random bot that... Yeah, go ahead, Chan. Give me a red suit and a black suit. And let's see here. Diamond and club. Ah, all right. So diamonds and clubs. So here we go. Diamonds and clubs. So now, would you believe that in each respective pile I've turned up diamonds and clubs? Because one finger, look. Here we have king of diamonds. And here we have king of clubs. But wait, there's more. Not only did I turn them face up, but would you believe that I actually swapped the piles that they were in? Would you believe that this king of clubs is actually the blue-backed king of clubs? Because if you don't, here, watch. This is actually the blue-backed king of clubs. And then would you believe that this king of diamonds is actually the red-backed king of diamonds? Because, look, there we go. But I don't know if... okay, so... but wait, there's more. Oof. Okay, alright. Alright. Thanks for letting me know, Chan. I should practice this one. Anyway, would you believe that that was all you could have picked? Because these are all blank. There we go. You live and you learn. All right, we'll make this a boss trick. So there we go. Trading. Kings. All right, there we go. Thank you kindly for the claps. Vampire Eat, Chan the Magic Man. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, good. I have homework. So there we go. All right, so let's see here. Let me make sure this is set up. And then we're going to, if we haven't closed the queue, I'm sure spectators didn't notice. All right, great. Thanks, Chan. That's, I'm sure, I kind of assumed that most people would not, but like, yeah, magicians are extra. So I totally get it. But thank you. That, I mean, that's still good feedback for me. So, all right. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to close the queue. And then let me go ahead and let's see. How do I want to wrap up stream today? I think I want to do Dazed, I think, as my finale trick. And FYI, if I mess up the finale trick, I can't end on a trick that I mess up on. So we're gonna we would do another one if I mess this up. But if I don't, then that'll be a stream. But before we get there, bless me, sorry. Bless you, thank you. All right. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody who came out to hang out with me tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful week. If it wasn't for, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Thank you to everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you chatted in chat, requested a trick, clicked on the heat map, emotes, sound alerts, all of those. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun. Delicious. You know, I get hungry for spicy heat maps, so. Also, thank you to all the lurkers out there. If it wasn't for you guys, well, magic is one of those rare art forms where if I'm practicing magic at home, there's no magic happening. So the magic has to happen in your mind. Also, if anybody is wondering, I don't practice black magic or sorcery or any deals with the devil, because if I did, why would I be sticking to just card magic? So it's all sleight of hand and performance and practice and blood, sweat, and tears. But actually, if I did have real magic, this would be the best cover story. It's like, oh no, it's just sleight of hand, right? Real magic. uh, let's see. Thanks for the magic. You're welcome, Chan. Um, thank you to our mods today. Thank you to Chan the Magic Man, guys. Let's give some mod love to our mods. Chan the Magic Man. Chan, one of the other magicians on Twitch that has a magic schedule. Give him a follow, and you can catch him on Monday evenings for Magic Monday. If you catch Chan other times, he's playing other games. He's playing retro games, community games. So also, I've seen you've been doing some in real life streams too, and then also you're playing Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto 5. So, but yeah, give our friend and mod Chan a follow if you are not already. I assume everybody here is already following Chan because Chan, you've got more followers than me. So there you go. And guys, if you're not following our friend and mod, Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens is a pianist and composer, and also has recently released his first album, which we talked about earlier today. But also, if you like the Hype Train music that is on here, it is Gibson Lens's original. So definitely give him a follow. Chan says 66 follows until 1K. Dude, you're really close. Like, you're so close, you can almost taste it. So, oh, Vampire Eat, thanks for following Chan the Magic Man. Excellent, yeah. So, all right, cool. And then let's see here. And then let me double check on, let's see who is on just, oh yeah, I know I normally never do this and checking ahead to be like, oh, who's streaming, but it's kind of good to have an idea, I guess, right? Let's see, we have a bunch of choices, so I think we'll be okay. Oh, wait, hold on, have I ever rated this person? Hold on, let me consult this spreadsheet. Oh, we have not. Maybe we'll raid somebody new today. Hold on, let me just double check and make sure. Okay, they have not been streaming for too long, so. Okay, all right. Excellent. Okay, cool. So let's do the finale trick and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. And today I want to end with days. All right. So, first things first, I've got a packet of cards. Here we've got a 6 of diamonds. And here we've got a queen of clubs. And then we've got 4 other cards. But actually, there's something strange with these because they may have looked normal from that side. But if I turn this over on the back, they look like they're double backed. Actually, except for this one. This is the one that looks super weird. If we take a look, this is blank. So this is how the cards look before they print a face on it. They know that the backs will all look the same, but they have to change up the front. And so, but here with this packet of double backed cards, they have a strange property. And that property is if I have it reflect over another card, like in this case the 6 of diamonds, something interesting happens. Actually, all of the cards turn into 6 of diamonds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 sixes of diamonds. But if I were to take this queen of clubs, let's say, if I were to reflect over this queen of clubs, actually all of the cards will turn into queens of clubs. Because look, now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 queens of club. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? And at this moment, you'll still see that they are queens of clubs, right? But if we take this weird card, this blank one, and once we turn it face up onto the packet, all of the cards actually become blank cards. 4. And at this point, some people will ask, hey, I want to see the backs of those cards. And to that, I would say, sure. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that, my friends, I will call a successful performance and finale, and we can end it there. So, thank you kindly for the claps and the applause. Vampire Eat, Chan the Magic Man, E-Room. Thanks for clearing that, Chan. Thanks for the claps, Gibson Lens. All right. Okay, so, all right, let me just put out a hint there and be like, all right, Gibson Lens, do you know who we're rating? It's somebody I met at TwitchCon. I just want to see if. And we've never rated this person before, so that helps. No, it's somebody we haven't rated before. All right, cool. Or at least this, according to the spreadsheet, we have not rated, which I think I'd like to think that it's pretty up to date. So, all right, yeah, okay. All right, guys, today we're going to be rating somebody. Oh my God, you got it! Guys, we're going to be rating Lyrical Leia. I cannot believe. I cannot believe. I literally that's like the only hint was like met at TwitchCon and well actually I guess but I mean there've been many Twitch I've only been to one I guess so that's narrowed it down. Well done, Gibson. You got it. All right, guys. So I had the pleasure of meeting Lyrical Leia at TwitchCon when I went to Vegas a couple of years ago. I've never rated her, mostly because I think she doesn't normally have a schedule that is convenient for me to rate into. So the second hint is what did it. Oh, okay, all right. Well, that was good. So well done, you got it. All right, so let's see here. So if anybody would like to come along on the raid call, so Lyrical Leia is a musician and hangs around with many of the Twitch musicians. So sub raid, there we go. We're going to be raiding Lyrical Leia. And then here we go. I've started the raid. I need to copy a raid call. Hang on. Let me get these. Boom. I look like that. All right, cool. So, I whispered you earlier regarding Twitter. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for the whisper, Chan. I will look at it. And, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody coming out and hanging out with me today. Hopefully, everybody had fun. And remember, everybody, to hydrate, stretch, and get good sleep because those are all very important things. Oh, before I should probably eat this heat map right before we. Delicious. Okay. All right. Anyway, everybody have a glorious night. Have a glorious week. Hope to see you around next time, and we'll see ya. Bye.